about to lose that belt.
Yeah, Dev, you don't want no smoke, Dev. You don't want that smoke, Dev.
Give me one right here, guys.
You don't want that smoke.
The attempts to block and polarize Bill Haney as this felon of sorts and prevent him from being with his son for undisputed have officially failed. Confirmed. Roll the clip.
I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying the moment, just talking the truth. And if it hasn't, so be it. We step in there on Sunday, and that's where it matters.
I did it against all odds when it was, I wouldn't say stacked against me, but when it wasn't working in my favor. They were trying to do anything that they can to put me at a disadvantage, but when I come out on top, it's going to be that much sweeter. And I look forward to bringing the belts back and showing my dad what we accomplished together.
I have manifested everything, every part of this journey. They said we would never be here, but only two people really believed it, me and my father. So I've manifested my victory, and like I said, victory by any means on Sunday.
You see right there, Devin Haney has admitted fully that George Kambosos and Australia have been playing games to put him at a disadvantage. He just told you. He says they've been doing anything within their power to put me at a disadvantage. And I concur. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. What you got to do is hit the like button. Subscribe for the best in boxing, the latest and greatest. Listen, this is not just for me. Help the YouTube algorithm. There's many people that want to learn about this beautiful sport of boxing. You can help them by throwing a like on the video, subscribing to the channel. This in turn helps more than you can imagine, notifying YouTube so they can notify other potential boxing hopefuls of the content. Thank you. Devin Haney, you guys heard, they've been doing anything to put Devin Haney at a disadvantage. And I'm happy to report that that gimmick is officially kaput. Bill Haney is en route to be with his son. I don't know if he'll get there in time for the weigh-in, but according to the latest advice and reports, he will be there in time for the actual fight to help corner for his son. And this would be one of those modern day travesties in the sport of boxing if this did not play out like it's played out. Devin Haney has responded to this and took to his Twitter, and he says he wants to thank Allah. And, you can't stop God's work. It was in the cards. Bill Haney. There's one thing. Listen, I'm from the Bay, and Bill Haney's from the Bay. He's from Oakland, a different part. And one thing about us Bay Area dudes is we know how to hustle. We know how to wiggle and navigate through these deep waters. My dude Kareem Mayfield is out in Australia. Shout out to him as well. Ask anyone from the Bay. It teaches you that you got to have your head on a swivel and know how to maneuver. Ask E40. Ooh, Devin Haney all the way in Australia. He down under, trying to take George Kambosos down under. Been about his cash ever since he was a little young mustache. Ooh, anybody from the Bay can tell you that, bruh. So shout out to Bill Haney. He and his team made it work, and he's on his way. But, I had to talk about it. Devin Haney, he admitted at the final press conference, they're doing anything to try to gain favor for George Kambosos and an advantage. Now, listen, I liken this to a guy who doesn't get a lot of women. Because if you're a ladies' man, let's say you're James Bond, you're Will Smith and Hitch, right? You're Michael B. Jordan, somebody that gets girls, that has no problem with the ladies, right? Kobe Bryant, whoever, right? You look at a ladies' man, and if you're used to pulling bad ones and pulling chicks and girls showing you attention, then it's no big deal when another girl shows you attention. You're ready for that. You're ready for that limelight, Or if you've always been popular, always been a jock, always been an athlete that, women love or people love, when you make it to the NBA, it's not foreign to you because you've always been that dude, you know what I mean? Versus there's other dudes in this world, maybe the beta males, maybe the quiet, maybe the shy, maybe don't know what to say to the ladies. They not LL Cool J. Ladies love Cool James, right? And that being said, that's what it reminds me of for Australia. They're not used to having any fighter that in world boxing is the dude. So now that they have it, George Kambosos beat Teofimo. He did good, you know. I give him all the props. I told people that's going to be a difficult fight where Teofimo could lose. Boom, you've seen it. I gave George Kambosos, like the world of boxing, gave George Kambosos props. But it's this behavior that makes me believe and lets me know that Australia, they're not used to this limelight. Like they're not a big boxing capital. Like you could count on one hand the Costa Zoos, Tim Zoos, and Jeff Horn and Anthony Mundane and Kambosos and the Maloney brothers, right? But it doesn't really match up well with Sugar Ray Leonard, the Floyd Mayweathers, and, you know, the different people that we've seen grace this stage. Like even Jeff Horn, he fake beat Pacquiao, and I say fake because I thought he lost the fight, right? Fake beat Pacquiao, and then he lost his belt right when he fought Terrence Crawford, an American stud and star, you know? So they're not used to it, and it shows that they're not used to having, in this sport of boxing, you know, so many people at the top level, because it seems like they're in a bag of tricks trying to do anything to stifle and hurt Devin Haney's chances. I mean, from his dad to his cut man to, you know, how is it that Bill Haney gets approved? Bill Haney, the father of Devin Haney, gets approved at the 11th hour. Like, I've made videos about this weeks ago about how Bill Haney was on Top Rank's telecast in between the rounds, whatever their last telecast was, explaining how he was trapped in Las Vegas and wasn't able to attend. And you mean to tell me they just figured it out and got this sorted and got the necessary, you know, judgment or approval literally a day before the actual fight? To me, this is a game, and this is gamesmanship, skullduggery, and this is, you know, the Australian secret society, if you will, trying to have a one-up on Devin Haney, because they know Devin Haney, George Kambosos is fighting in his own country, and he's the underdog. He said yesterday he's the top dog, but if you look at the sports book, he's the, say it with me, underdog. So with that underdog role, when you have the belts and it's your homeland, with that underdog role, they're trying to do underhanded things to play games with Devin Haney to hurt or get him off his rocker, you know, so he loses his cool and gives any advantage. And you heard the clip at the beginning. Kambosos was asked at the final press conference, they were asking him, they said, hey, do you think any of these mind games are working? And he's like, oh, I don't know if it has or if it hasn't. I'm just having fun. AKA, all this stuff I'm doing looks crazy because to no avail. Devin Haney looks laser focused. He looks to be in great shape, and he's talking like you would expect a confident young black man from America who believes in himself and believes he could beat you. He's saying all the right things. And then now his dad is rejoining him. Mission failed. Another thing one must note, make sure you come in and hit the likes and subscribe to the channel. Boxing Ego, the best doing it, right? One thing that we must note is I noticed Lou DiBella at a section of the final press conference said something to the effect of, me and Peter Kahn, the manager of George Kambosos, and he's the promoter, the lead promoter of Kambosos, he said, we knew we had a talented fighter, but nobody believed in George Kambosos like his father and like himself. He has an insane belief in himself, and the only other person that had an equally insane, you know, belief system in George Kambosos at top level was not his promoter, not his manager, but his dad. If you rewind this video, George Kambosos pretty much said the same. He said, my dad was the only one that believed in me. Why is Boxing Ego saying this? Because it's so funny that they were talking at the final press conference about dads and dads having an insane belief and, you know, this crazy support system for their son, but they try to completely stifle Devin Haney and, just like slavery, separate families and separate Devin Haney so he didn't have his team in place. Ben Davison was already out of the equation. His dad, they try to keep out of the equation. So it's just funny because this proves to me it's a game, because they're showing you that it's of the utmost importance to have the day ones and the family and the people that were the only ones that believed in you from a young age and got you into the sport on your side. Boom. Subscribe to the channel. Latest and greatest. I'm the best. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.